Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times daily crossword solve. Today is Wednesday, December 17th, 2025, and today's grid is a collaboration between Gary Larson and Doug Peterson, both experienced contributors, experienced constructors, I should say, and frequent contributors to the New York Times daily crossword. It is a Wednesday, so we'll expect a mid-difficulty themed puzzle. Nothing visual to help us out just yet, so we'll have to wait and see what Gary and Doug have in store for us for today, Wednesday, December 17th. Let's get into it. Lock combinations. Why the question mark there? I'm not sure. Blank league. I would have wanted Ivy League or something. I mean, it could be something like Bush League, but I wouldn't expect that to be capitalized. Single instruction. A Fiat or something like that? That's not really an instruction. Enemy WW2 vessel, World War II vessel, is a U-boat, German U-boat. Turner of old movies. I feel like I should know that, but I can't come up with it. Powerful impulse, an urge maybe. Group of grumps sitting around kvetching. Kvetching means something like complaining, but sort of justifiably complaining maybe. Group of grumps though. Interesting. Have to see what that's all about. Elmer's nemesis. Elmer Fudd, probably, for Bugs Bunny. Meeting casually. A sesh, this has appeared in the grid a few times recently. It could be a number of other things, but I'm guessing just from precedent that that's likely. A smartphone has lots of these. Apps, maybe? Centerpiece of The Hobbit. Centerpiece. The letters B? Like two B's like that? That's kind of weird. No, and that doesn't work anyway because the whole title is in. I don't know what they mean by centerpiece. Let's check some downs. Tarot suit associated with the element of water. I imagine this is cups. Yamaha product and oboe. That's a different clue for a very common entry. What makes a stud become studious? IOUS? I guess. Fully get, to understand, to... Does this help with this? Lock combinations? Coins? Hog's home is a sty. That's a real shame. Maybe this isn't apps? Steakhouse order. I don't know if I like that. Marchers in sidewalk cracks, probably ants. Howl at the moon. Chevy SUV, Suburban maybe? Authentic. True something? Ones from platypuses have leathery shells. Eggs, I guess. Platypuses are so weird. Single instruction. Oh, a step in a list of steps. A list of instructions. Fly by day, fly by night, or by day. I guess this is a pest in the sense that a fly is a pest any time of day or night. Oh, centerpiece of The Hobbit, a quest. Okay, fine. Neighborhood of Ontario is Quebec. Like barked orders. Orders, like barked orders. Jost's longtime weekend update co-anchor. Colin Jost, or Yost, husband of Scarlett Johansson, I believe, but I don't remember who. Like barked orders, Kurt, maybe? Authentic, true to life or something? A fellow fighter. An ally, probably. Looks like it might be true to life. Works on a muffler, say. Knits a muffler like a scarf. To and fro. Mega is the similar as a synonym for ultra as a prefix. Big name in chicken or boxing. I guess this is going to be Tyson, Mike Tyson. I don't know the chicken thing, but fine. Ali versus Frazier, for example, question mark. Well, we've got bout at the end there. Both of Ali and Frazier are boxers, I guess. Red carpet hairstyle, perhaps. An updo or a coif. Those are usually the hairstyles that would fit such a clue. Official mandate. Compact holder. A purse or a clutch? Pouty pants? Fully get. To gather? No. To fathom. Lock. Oh, lock combinations. Interesting. So I had thought coifs here, a coif here, but in fact it's coifs here. Lock combinations meaning combination ways of arranging your hair. Coifs. This can be fathom, to fully get, to understand, to fathom. Community property pronoun, our. This belongs to us. Red carpet hair style then is going to be an updo. A smartphone has lots of these uses, I guess, makes more sense than apps. That's a real shame. Alas, you might say. Turner is Lana Turner of old movies. I should have gotten that. Arab League, I guess. Steakhouse order could be rare. A pouty party. Howl at the moon is to bay. To bay is another word meaning to howl. Genre for glorilla, I guess, is going to be rap. Food you might eat wearing a bib. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not rap. Overplay for the audience. Oh, maybe it's overplay for the audience. Yeah, I want emote here. In which case, this might be something like emo. Not sure if that's right though. Brand once known as the Standard Oil Company of Indiana. I don't know. This might be a C. This might not be emote after all. To overplay for the audience. Welcome figure on Wall Street. Unwelcome figure in a china shop. Bull. A bull market is a good thing. A bull in a china shop, not so much. Food you might eat wearing a bib. Crabs? That would work with a wrap. Then what about this? Ham up, maybe? Was the bigger person, say? This looks like it's going to be champ. Champs. Those are both champions, I guess. Was the bigger person, say? Apologized? Okay, that could work. A moco, that would make sense. 1990s comedy inspired by Emma. That was Clueless. Poindexter, a geek, probably. Stick in the ground. Well, it could be a lot of things. Maybe a T for golf. Welcome sight on a whale watching cruise, question mark. Suffix with beat or neat. Nick, I guess, beat Nick or neat Nick. C50 down with 42 across. The Mafia, 4 and then 6. Is that wrong? I don't think so. Follow as advice. Act on. We had this. We had that in the grid recently. It might be correct. Mardi Gras Day in brief. Tuesday. Okay, that'll work. Have faith in. Trust. What is this? An official mandate is a decree. Still don't see who this is. Canines, for example, are examples of teeth. Champs at the bout? Champs at the bout? Oh, I see what's going on. We're replacing I. We're replacing I in standard phrases with OU. I think is what's going on here. Get smart bad guys. Don't know. TV. Oh, are these the Koch brothers? Maybe. Nostro. It looks like here. Throw off. TV freebie of a sort. Freebie of a sort. Maybe this is not correct. I want the ocean here. Spout in the ocean. But I don't know if that's right. Throw off. Dark-skinned fruit. Is this the ugly fruit that we want here? Start a turn. Oh, no, it's not. Because start a turn in the twister is to spin the little thing to tell you where to put your limb. Dark-skinned fruit. I don't know. Compassionate. Kind. Time to do without. Lent is a time that you could do without some particular thing. Still don't see that. Gary's Blank Town Tavern rival bar on Cheers. Probably Old Town. A pot grower is an ante in terms of adding to a pot for poker or a betting game, gambling game. Rocksteady relative is ska. These are both genres of music. Okay, let's take a look at the revealer here. Painstakingly explain something or a hint. Oh, spell it out. Okay, that one makes sense. I don't know what the dark-skinned fruit is. To throw off, repel? That could be. Slow, I don't know what that is. TV freebie of a sort. PBS? Nah. Just about anything on a string. Ich bin ein Berliner. I don't remember whose quote that is, but terracotta probably. Minuscule amount is an iota. Short stroke is a putt in golf. Batting average, for example, is a stat. H on the NYSE, I guess, is Hyatt, like the hotel chain. Oh, just about anything on a string is a cat toy. Pieces of advice are tips. Oh, a PSA. That's what the freebie is. Freebie, meaning an ad that's not revenue generating, I guess. Easter Islands country, I believe it belongs to Chile. Casa Nostro, the mafia. Primordials, no, it's not. Because primordial substance is primordial ooze. Cultivated in a way. Hode, maybe? Takes a tour of. Sees. Cosa Nostra? Cosa Nostra? Maybe this is chaos. The mafia. Does the math in a way adds, so this looks like Hode. Let's see if this is all right. Got it in under 14, not bad for Wednesday. Let's take a look at the theme. So spell it out, of course, a common phrase, just a meaning to painstakingly explain something. But in the context of these three theme entries, we are spelling the letters IT, what would normally be found as the letters IT in such a phrase, as OUT. So in this originally would have been pity party with IT in the middle of pity. But instead of IT, we're spelling it OUT to make a pouty party. which would be a group of grumps sitting around kvetching. People just sitting around being pouty, a party of people being pouty. This is champs at the bit, and a normal sort of a common phrase to mean being really eager to do something, but instead of IT at the end, we are putting OUT, making champs at the bout, meaning these two boxing championships at a bout, facing each other in a match. And this spit in the ocean, sort of meaning a really futile gesture, meaningless gesture. Instead of IT at the end of the first word, we're putting OUT to make spout in the ocean, which would be a welcome sight on a whale watching cruise because it would be a sign of a whale. So that's it. That's a pretty fun interpretation of spell it out, and a pretty good set of theme entries to execute that particular theme. And then otherwise, some good clues. We had a couple sort of in this top corner here. Lock combinations took me a while to get, and interesting that I had this as a possible solution to this clue here, but lock combinations is very, very good for quaffs. And here too, what makes a stud become studious, that a little bit of light misdirection there to sort of follow the rom-com arc, as opposed to just looking at the letters in the words here. What else did we have? I mean, all three clues, I would say, for the theme entries were really good. What else here? This is a good clue for Tuesday, Mardi Gras Day in brief. I mean, I don't know that it was even meant to be as misleading as I ended up taking it as. I think if you read it straight ahead and don't think too hard about it, it would make sense for the answer to this to be Tuesday. But for me, I found it a bit misleading and fun. This one too, muffler, you have to reinterpret as the scarf and not as a part of a car. This is a fun clue for bold, not really misleading, just two sort of different ways of approaching the answer. What else? I don't know what a slow is. I'll have to look that one up. This can only be kind of two different things, terra firma or terracotta, and given the crosses, that's what it ended up being. Pot grower is we've seen this clue a couple of times, playing on the word pot for the sort of collective amount up for grabs in a hand of poker. Have not seen bay in this sense in the grid, so that's a new one. This is a fun bit of wordplay here, fly by night or by day. Just got to understand, reinterpret fly to be the noun and not the verb. I don't know who this is. I'll have to look that up. This is maybe the third thing that I would think that you might like, guessing my third guess at this, but certainly makes good sense. I'm gonna have to look up Tyson's connection to boxing. I don't know who that is. Stick in the ground is a good clue for tea. This is a great clue for a cat toy, just about anything on a string. This is actually pretty good too for apologized. Some good long entries in the corners here. I'm trying to see if this is 10, but this is the 10 here. Okay, gotcha. True to life, apologized. I think those are the big long ones other than the theme entries. Yeah, good on both accounts there. Time to do without, also a good clue for Lent. And I think that's pretty much it. Some things for me to look up and just verify here, but otherwise a good solid construction and a fun theme from Gary Larson and Doug Peterson. That is our solve for today. If you liked it, please give it a like. Please give it a thumbs up. If you want to know when I'm posting next, do hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you the next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Cheers.